Welcome. This is the Modern Geek Podcast. Coming at you live. Please subscribe through YouTube or Twitch. Hope you enjoy the show. Hey there, guys. This is the Modern Geek, also known as Vamp Mario. We're here doing some Disney Infinity unboxing. It's been our big day with Disney Originals coming out. We'll hopefully have some gameplay coming to you soon. I have to unbox all the stuff before I can play with it. But we're doing some unboxing. Actually, this one we're going to do some power discs. So I was able to grab, unfortunately, not as many as I would have liked today. I only grabbed a couple. There wasn't really any sales going on. Most of the time when this stuff comes out, you know, Toys R Us is my go-to. They'll have like a buy one, get one half off, or buy three, get one free, or something like that. But today it was, you know, it wasn't really too great. It was spend $30 in Disney Infinity accessories or figures and get a free power disc pack. So I was like, you know what, I'd rather buy figures and kind of hold off on power discs. But I am excited for the power disc. I loved all the Marvel ones. So you know, for those of you out there that may not know, if you want to get a good video and a primer on Disney Infinity, watch the unboxing of the Originals Toy Box Pack. I kind of go over all those particulars there, but you know, this is basically our Wave 2, if you want to think of it, for the second the second version of Disney Infinity. And this is the Wave 2, which is all Disney original characters. And our first wave was all Marvel characters, and we had Marvel-themed power discs. So just to give a synopsis of a power disc. So obviously, and I'm going to use Donald as my guy now. So these are your Disney Infinity figures. So if you are familiar with the Skylanders, you know, the whole idea is you put a toy on a base and it comes to life and you get to play as this character. Well, in the Skylander way of doing things, there are in-game power-up things, in-game items and costumes and things that power up your character. Well, in the world of Disney Infinity, the way they've handled this is they've actually gotten physical discs. So they serve two purposes. There are round discs that are like this, which, this one's freaky because it's a lenticular one, but this is from Series 1. This is Emperor Zurg. And this would be considered a power-up. And this power-up would go underneath our character. And we can have two of these underneath the character at once. And they'll power up your character. They'll buff up their stats. They'll do other stuff. But then there are also hexagonal power discs. And these will usually be an item. So this could be a vehicle or an item your character is going to use. And those are going to be used in the toy box. So, meaning when you are in a playset, Donald would be an example of a character that can only play in the toy box. You know, you'll be able to use the power-up discs and other stuff, and then the hexagonal are items and themes like skins that you can change things. Again, if you want a big primer on it, look at that unboxing video of the starter pack. I go over a lot of stuff. I may, and in the comments, please leave this if you guys feel like you need, if you want to have more of just a primer, I could just do a video of me talking through all the whole thing, so you guys understand what it is. I was going to say, you could also look at the gameplay video that we have. That'll go over pretty well. I try to explain it as we go through. So in our first wave, we had 40 Marvel discs. What was cool this time around, some new highlights for them, was costume change discs. So they not only gave you a buff and made you stronger, but they also changed the costume of your character or the look of your character. And then they also had what was called team up discs, which were new as well. And team up discs were just, you can summon in another character to come in and fight for you, or to do something, or an effect of some sort. And they're cool. They're like cool. One time you hit it, it happens, and then you wait for it to charge up again. So cool, like cooldown items, which are pretty cool. Awesome. So those are going to be the things. And again, this is the Disney side of things now, so we're going to have the same thing just for Disney. And the poster that comes with the set tells you all of them. I'm looking forward to some of the costume change stuff and all that stuff. So this is a typical Power Disc pack. Ooh, and of course this is a day of lights going out. So this is a typical Power Disc pack, and you get 2 Power Discs in that pack. And you'll see that this one is branded Disney Originals. So this is going to only have the Disney Power Discs in it. If you went to the store, there you may see also the Marvel Power Disc packs, and those are going to have the Marvel Power Discs. Any character can use any Power Disc. So even if I use a Marvel one, I can use it with my Disney characters. So if I put Winter Soldier team up, Winter Soldier is going to help Donald Duck fight whatever villains or bad guys are in front of him. So you can mash it all up. If I put a costume change disc on a character that is not the character that the costume is for, they'll still get the benefit. They just won't have an in-game different look. Now, it's the back of it, front of it. So I'm going to unbox both of them, and I was going to say, this time around with the Power Disc, you may have noticed me mention that the first series one was lenticular, which meant that it had kind of a scratchy plastic surface. So if I demonstrate, I'm sorry if this offends people. There you go. Ugh, I hate that sound. It had like a plastic thing because the image changes when you flick it. So it made it very easy to get rares. Or to find the rarer discs, because you can kind of feel through for that. This time around, they are not that way anymore. All of the discs are flat, and there's no lenticulars anymore. They do designate rare ones with different colors. So again, if you see that orange border on this and the red border on this, that's your rares, and you will have rares in those Power Discs. So what I can tell people is, so the duplicate, the ability for these to be duplicated is horribly likely. The randomizing has been terrible. I've opened up 3 packs that have all been the same, same 2 discs. So the only hint I can give people if they're buying them is I would try to feel so that at least the ones you're buying, there's a hexagonal one and a round one, because you're less likely to get at least 2 doubles in the same pack, which is, it actually happens more frequently than we would like it to. And it'll at least give you a chance to get some variety in the first packs you get. You know, as you get more and more of the set, obviously it gets harder to get less randomness, less of the ones you don't want, or doubles. But if you start off that way, I've had pretty good success where I haven't gotten 2 of the same disc in 2 different packs, if I stuck to that pattern. And then the opposite, once I got to a point where I needed only hexagonal discs or I only needed circle discs, I actually was buying the ones that had the doubles in them to try to get it more likely. There are benefits to having more than one. If you put the doubles on your base, your character will actually gain experience from them. So they actually can get a benefit from you having doubles, which is pretty cool. All right, cool. So I think that's a good enough primer. Let's talk more. Let's get more into our discs and unbox. So I bought 2. So we're going to unbox the first one. All right. There we go. And let's see what gems. All right. Okay. So right off the bat, I got a costume change disc. So this is actually, I want to say it's Fool's Gold. And this is actually for a Series 1 character. This is for Captain Jack Sparrow. And that's pretty cool. This is actually, this will make him look like Undead Jack. So in the end of the Pirates of the Caribbean film, you may have remembered that scene where he's fighting and he turns to an undead guy. That's going to do that. And it's also going to buff him up. And then it looks like I got Peter Pan, and I got the texture for Peter Pan. So this is actually going to be the texture for Neverland, which is pretty, I believe, or London. It's actually a really good question. I don't know what this is going to be. I think it's Neverland. You know what? If I actually get one of my posters out, I could tell you what that disc is. Sorry. Yeah, so that's Neverland. Okay, so Peter Pan's actually a unique or different one where... Because I think the terrain and the sky don't go together. It looks like. I don't know. That was kind of weird. Alright, let's unbox our second one. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Alright, so I got another costume change. And again, it's a Series 1 guy. Which most of the costume changes are for the Series 1 guys. But it's Christmas Jack. Which is awesome. So from Disney Infinity 1, one of our toy box only characters was Jack Skellington. And this is the one that's going to turn him into his Santa costume, which is awesome. I wanted this. And then this is freaking awesome. It's awesome. This is a bittersweet power disc because it's awesome, but I wish they didn't do it as a power disc and they did it a different way. But so with all of you geeks out there, please band with me, geeks of the 80s. You might remember a small little corner of a pocket universe where the Disney Afternoon existed. And most of you could probably sing most of those songs. I know I have the soundtrack on my phone, as any crazy geek of Disney should. And you probably remember a show within that. One of them being Darkwing Duck. Well, we were lucky enough to get his smoke gun. Now, I say this is bittersweet because I would have rather had a Darkwing Duck figure. I would have loved a Darkwing Duck figure to go with that Donald. I would have loved that to have happened. But we do have the power disc. They also have Darkwing Duck's Rat Catcher, which is his vehicle. So that is in there too. But we were able to get a smoke gun, which is pretty awesome. And I'm pretty stoked and excited about that. That's cool. Pretty freaking awesome. Cool. So yeah, so we have his smoke gun and grappling gun from the show. Yeah, I think, right? Is it just? I think it's just Darkwing Duck smoke gun. Now I'm gonna be like obsessed with knowing the names of everything. I want accuracy on this show. Accuracy. So Sandy Claus surprise is what the Jack Skellington costume disc was. And then what was my other one? Come on. Darkwing Duck's grappling gun. I said smoke gun, but it's grappling gun. So in the game, I believe it just does the grappling. I know in the show, he made it make smoke. That's why I called it a smoke gun. But I think it just does the grappling. But pretty cool. It's Darkwing Duck. I don't care. I would 1,000 times over want Darkwing Duck all the time. That is awesome. So cool. Got our 2 costume change discs. And our 2 a terrain and an item disc. And this is a terrain disc, so that will change your terrain to look like Neverland, which is pretty cool. It's kind of a nice combination, Neverland and Tink, for some stuff. Cool. So that is it. Hopefully I will have more power discs that I will get. I will try to get these over time slowly. I say that, and then tomorrow I'll probably say, hey, I bought 5. As I normally do. But pretty freaking awesome. I'm pretty psyched. Can't wait to start using some of that stuff, especially the costume change discs for some of the older characters out there. I'm psyched. That's awesome. I love the fact that also they went back and they did stuff for old characters, which is cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, as always, you can follow us on Twitch and on YouTube under Vant Mario. You can also get us on Facebook through Modern Geek. I'm going to try to put I'm going to do actually some pictures, I think, of some of the figures. So there's going to be some cool pictures up there. Some more unboxings of some statues and other stuff we're going to do at some point. Yeah. And as always, please leave some comments. Let us know what you liked. You know, out of the disc, what was your favorite one that I got? Which one are you looking for? Are you looking to trade discs? Do you want to get hooked up in that way? I know the Disney Infinity Fans Forum is a great place to do some trades. They got some great stuff over there. Also, DisneyInfinity.tv. They have some great stuff in there as well. You can get them as well. We'll try to get you some more info, get some gameplay. Obviously, I'm aching to play with some of this stuff and kind of get going. I want to make some cool toy boxes and stuff, and kind of show off some of the new stuff we got. And definitely get the power discs in there and get some old characters in there. All right, cool. Well, leave your comments. Let us know. What do you want to see more of? Again, Modern Geek, please, 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 please keep watching. And thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Take care.